After some high drama in Game 1, a capacity crowd on hand here, and they're definitely making their presence felt. It's the second game of this ALCS between the Kansas City Royals and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, and you see a really good start for the home side. They did what they needed to do in the opening game of this series. And the crowd, that made a huge difference. They were behind their guys all the way, and boy, oh boy, were they loud. And I've got a feeling that not much is going to change here in game number 2.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Cleveland Indians.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
Corey Kluber is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty. He got this ball club to win in his last outing, but he did only throw 6 innings. They'll take it, but they'd like to see him go a little deeper.
And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to
Center fielder, number 1.
Now the first pitch of the night is looked at for ball 1 as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose.
First pitch, 7:05.
And this ball's hit sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Kluber steps into his windup. 1-1 pitch on its way. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike, 1-2. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Bourne is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Yeah, an easy fly ball there to start the ball game. One of the big keys for him in this one is going to be keeping that leadoff man off base. He's off to a good start here.
Nori Aoki will dig in now, and he was one of the bright spots offensively in the Game 1 defeat last time out.
Yeah, he did his part. He just needed a little more help.
Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball taken for strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Well, Matt, Woody calls a good game more often than not. Although he has been known to get a little flack from time to time about his consistency, especially on the corners of the strike zone. We'll see if that comes into play.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Well, nobody in that dugout is going to give him high fives for striking out. But, you know, at least he forced that starter to expend a lot of energy here to get the job done. You know, in the first inning, that won't be lost on his teammates.
Eric Hosmer gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
And so would the guy on the mound.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit well on the ground to first. Teixeira just does this himself at first, and that'll do it. KC down in order. And now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I know these pitchers are going to have to be careful when dealing with Jason Kipnis. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the 9th inning with 2 outs, his approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Dylan G will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he got into the 6th inning in his last start, but he wasn't really as crisp as he would have liked. Ended up taking the loss. Hopefully he'll be a little better in this one.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, Matty, we've got the big man behind the plate, Salvador Perez. We all know what he means to this game, how he impacts it defensively, gives you a little pop on the offensive side, but most important, a clubhouse leader. Can't wait to watch him this one.
Michael Bourne.
Michael Bourne is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for 1 pitch in 1 spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
2 strikes.
This is pulled into right, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Here's Michael Brantley. Runner goes for second. Chop fouled over towards the dugout. Nobody out, runner on first. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
And now with the full count, I gotta think that means in all likelihood he'll be on the move over there at first.
And whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4 according to Woody Keller.
Even for a veteran pitcher, big games like this will bring out the butterflies. He's going to need to settle in here, really work on getting a ground ball.
Mark Teixeira will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
They've got an opening here, so this is where you can really jump on a guy out there before he's settled in.
First and second here with nobody out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
Well, he's having some problems here with location. He's got 2 on already here in the first, and that last pitch right down the middle.
None out, runners at first and second. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Yeah, and sometimes all it takes is just one good sequence to get your groove going out there on the mound. He's still in a little bit of a jam out there, but hopefully for him, the strikeout will help loosen him up a bit.
So runners at first and second here with 1 away. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. First delivery to him on the way. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. Gordon's throw comes in, and that'll hold the runner at third base.
You want to talk about getting on top of a high fastball. I mean, to call this at the letters, that'd be charitable. This thing's about neck high, but he still drives it for a base hit.
Desmond Seaver will stand in, coming off a great performance in the Game 1 victory.
And he really is the X factor in this lineup. If he can stay hot, they're going to have a good chance of pulling this thing out.
First pitch on its way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
Here comes the 0-1. And this one misses to the Cleveland backstop. It's even at a ball and a strike. Bases are loaded here, one man out. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hot shot on the ground is short. And that'll just elude his outstretched glove for a base hit. 1 run scores. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Batting 6th, third baseman
Carlos Santana is into the box, looking to keep this first inning rally rolling.
Well, Matt, nothing better than adding on after a huge hit.
Here comes the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. And you got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
Hit sharply toward third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Here's David Murphy now. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1.
No, that's it.
Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
This is the kind of inning he's not pitching efficiently. He's just trying to be too darn fine, not trusting his stuff.
Now a throw over, but the runner's back easily.
Keeping him close.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. Leading off the inning, Alex Gordon, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Alex Gordon.
Kluber sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Cabrera's up with it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
I want you to watch this play here in short. Look at how he picks this ball up. He knows he doesn't have a second to lose, so he makes a quick transition into a throwing motion, gets rid of it quickly, and throws his man out at first. That play is well done.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. Now a check swing here, but the home plate umpire says he went around and no argument, and it's 1-1. One out, nobody on. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. A little bouncer. Throw on to Teixeira, 2 down. And with 2 away, let's check in with our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And you can see our series at 1-0 as things are starting to heat up here as we get later into October. Mike Moustakas into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this one's down off the shoe tops. 1-0. Two out, nobody on. Cut fastball, and it's by him. 1-1.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
Yeah. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. Well, pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
Sinker, 3-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. As Drupal Cabrera strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 8-9-1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball one. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Boy, and this is just one of those spots where there's not a guy around that was going to do anything with this location. Here it is, knee high on the inside corner. There was no way for him to pull the trigger on that one.
Standing in now, Craig Fleming. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Called strike 0-2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Got him.
Yes. Looks like he's finding his bearings here a little bit better in the second after a rough first inning. He gets the strikeout right here, but boy, he could have used one of these an inning ago, that's for sure.
Michael Bourne at the plate now. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike 1.
And if he thinks you're not paying close enough attention, he'll beat that out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he falls behind 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Aoki is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Justin Maxwell will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Kluber gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
Into the box now, Barry Blanton, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. Throw gets him 2 down.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Rod Karowski.
Rod Karowski will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Yeah, and when your team still doesn't have a hit, you'll appreciate a call like that once in a while.
Two out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. KC down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Michael Brantley digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
23, left fielder Michael Brantley.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
You know, this is an easy ball to misjudge, especially off a left-hander's bat because of the spin. But he stays right with this play, and he makes it look pretty routine.
So one man gone for Cleveland here in the 3rd, and here's the dangerous Mark Teixeira. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Moustakas is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The second
And after giving up those 2 first-inning runs, he's really been able to settle down, and now that's 6 in a row he's retired.
Into the box, Jason Kipnis. He reached on a single in his first try. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And there's ball 1.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Everything away here, and with pretty good reason.
Yeah, they'll say, left field, it's all yours. You want to beat us that way? Go ahead and do it.
Set to deliver on 2-1. And, ooh, that strike zone's getting a little inconsistent now. It's 2-2.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. But this will land untouched. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Dyson's there. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. But they're on top 2-0. Gerard Dyson will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Kluber's ready. First pitch on its way. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah, that thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Here's Nori Aoki. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
One and one.
Playing 11.
Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And my goodness, that nearly got him as he had to back away from it. It's ball 3.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Line to the right side. Murphy is there. 2 down.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Eric Hosmer digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Ripped on the ground to first. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit.
The batter, left fielder,
Alex Gordon stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet. Not by a long shot.
0-1 count, and the pitch. And that misses 1-1.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Grounded to the right. Teixeira's up with it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Royals leave one. They're down 2-0. Desmond Seaver is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Desmond Seaver.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
Stepping in, Carlos Santana, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And you know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
Tap fouled at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Santana is retired, 2 down now.
You just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set down.
David Murphy will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First offering on its way. And he takes ball 1. 2 out, nobody on.
No strike.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, no mistake about that one. That one's right there.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4, according to Woody Keller.
Well, you know he wanted that pitch out there on the mound. I think it was probably a strike, but it doesn't really matter now. You have to let that pitch go, just forget about it, and concentrate on the next one.
Asdrubal Cabrera will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
And this is low, ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Not close. It's 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Three and 0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
maybe even taking 2.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, a much better pitch there than the one he threw on 2-0.
Two out with the man at first. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Popped high in the air. And Hosmer will just look this one in, and the inning is over. One left for the Tribe. They're up 2-0. Salvador Perez will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. The pitch count there, one pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit hard towards center, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Mike Moustakas is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Kluber pauses. Here it is. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one.
And I've got a little Moustakas trivia for you here. When he was drafted 2nd overall in 2007, a high school teammate of his, Matt Dominguez, was selected 12th overall. They were only the 6th pair of high school teammates to be selected in the first round of the same draft.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight.
Well, it's really not too hard to figure out what the game plan is on a guy like this. You cannot give him anything up around the belt that he can drive. So you're going to see that all 4 pitches are either mid-thigh or below, and that's right about where you're going to want to be pitching against a guy like this.
Stepping in now, Justin Maxwell. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. His first homer here in the series as the Royals have climbed back to tie things at 2.
Well, that's going to be a wake-up call out there on the mound. He was cruising along with a 2-0 lead, but he makes one mistake here in location, and all of a sudden, boys, we've got ourselves a tie ball again.
Up next for the Royals.
Into the box, Barry Blanton.
Barry
As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. Squared that one up just a little late. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Fly ball to straightaway left. Brantley is under it. 2 gone.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Settling in now, Rod Kurowski. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Out in front of it, strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Yeah, sort of a pesky at-bat up there. You know he'd just love to fire one more fastball by this guy and be done with this inning.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. The Royals come up with a pair, however, on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Craig Fleming will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2. Sliced hard on the ground. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
The center fielder, number 24,
Michael Bourne will dig in now. A single and a flyout for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Runners off for second. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. 2-2 is our score. Leadoff man aboard at first here with nobody out. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Here's Michael Brantley. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Runner at first here with 1 away in a 2-2 ball game. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Aoki is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
now batting, first baseman, Mark Teixeira.
Mark Teixeira will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
A little tapper. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Indians leave 1 through 5, all even at 2-2. Gerard Dyson will stand in here as he'll get things started for the Royals in their half of the 6th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And a breaking ball backs him out of the way. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
1-1.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Kipnis has it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Up next for the Royals, right fielder, Nori Aoki.
Nori Aoki will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Shoots this one to first, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Yeah, and that might give you an idea of how his stuff is starting to straighten out just a little bit here now. It's the 3rd time through the lineup, and guys weren't getting a ton of solid contact earlier, but as his pitch count rises, they're starting to zero in on him now.
Eric Hosmer will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Royals go down 1-2-3. Home half of the 6th inning coming up, deadlocked at 2 apiece. Jason Kipnis gets things started here in the sixth for the hometown team.
Second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
First pitch of the at-bat. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Very weakly on the ground. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Well, there's a look at his pitches by inning, and as you can see, he's hit 85 for the game now, so you have to think they're watching him pretty closely in that dugout.
Desmond Seaver will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. Grounded back up the middle. In time to first, and there are two away.
Up next for Cleveland.
Yeah, with a good hitter up there, the shortstop's playing the pole here. So he's got a lot of room to cover if he wants to get to that ball up the middle. That's nice range right there to make the stop and then a good throw.
Here's Carlos Santana now. Yes, he'll take a look at ball one. That's inside. 2-0.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward, but he decides to let it go.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And like most guys, the further ahead in the count he gets, the more dangerous he becomes. He's going to lock in on one pitch, one zone, and he'll hurt you if he guesses right.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
And even 3-2, I don't know if you want to challenge him here. Better to put him on than to give up a solo home run.
Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, look at Moustakas. Got him.
Whew, no problem.
They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. Back with more postseason baseball in Game 2 after this. Back here in Cleveland, it's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Alex Gordon will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Rolled slowly to first. Teixeira comes up with it, and Teixeira steps on first himself to record the out.
Now batting.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Salvador Perez digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Oh, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
The 0-1 on its way. Ball one.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. One out, nobody on. Line drive to left. But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Well, this ball was hit pretty hard, and he's just hoping to get on base as the go-ahead run. But it kind of hangs up there a little bit too long, and it finds the outfielder's glove.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas now. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Down and away, ball one.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. 1-2, here it comes. And another foul ball. Ready on 1-2. 2-2 now with two away and the base is empty.
The crowd thought they had him, but definitely outside. Not by a whole lot, though.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And he lays off, ball four. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Well, now the further he goes in this one, the less precise he's going to be with his location. You can see it up on the screen. He's up over 90 pitches here, so he's starting to get tired and running out of gas out there.
Justin Maxwell will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ballgame on one swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. And a high strike there, 0-1. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. His second of the game. And it's given the Royals a 4-2 lead.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game, and it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one, so he's definitely locked in.
Now here comes the Cleveland skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So we'll leave with 2 outs here in the 7th, as this was really not one of his better performances. Tom Gonzalez will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Tom Gonzalez. Up next for the Royals, second baseman, Barry.
Standing in now, Barry Blanton, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted the other way out to left center. Calling for it, Brantley makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch, and Kansas City's taking a 4-2 lead. Leading off the inning, David Murphy, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Hit back toward the mound. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
They've let these guys keep hanging around, not able to put them away. I tell you, this game, it's far from over. They're not going to go quietly.
Now to the plate as Drupal Cabrera. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat, hitting left-handed.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Hot shot down the line. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Now here comes Kansas City manager Ned Yost making that slow walk to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the 2 runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Kelvin Herrera will come on now in an awfully tough spot as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Craig Fleming will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's set. Here it comes. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. That evens it up 1-1. Good take here as he misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 now to the Cleveland left fielder. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1. Some anxious moments now in that first base dugout.
Yeah, he cannot be liking what he's seeing, that's for sure.
Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here! So a 3-run shot to right center field. His first homer so far in the series. As they will take the lead here, it's now a 5-4 ball game.
When you're pitching this deep into a ball game and give up a home run like that, you got to be kicking yourself. There's no way that you can give up those kind of home runs. You got to keep the ball in the ballpark.
The center fielder, number 24, Michael Bourne.
Michael Bourne at the plate now. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 428, the official estimate on that last home run. Three runs already home here. Swing and a miss at the bender, and it's even at 1-1. Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2. Hot shot to third. Mustakis is there. Throw on to first, and they're finally able to get on the board here. There's one away.
Left fielder number 23, Michael Brantley.
Michael Brantley will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. And that misses, ball one.
If you're hitting left-handed, all you can really do is just kind of quit on that pitch and hope it doesn't find the outside corner.
Bases are empty, one man out. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. One and one, here it is. Now a good take here as he misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 now to the Cleveland left fielder. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Right over the top here with the four-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's the first baseman, Mark Teixeira, now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. Indians hang a crooked number thanks to this 3-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now 5-4 Tribe. Rod Kurowski comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball one. Here it comes. And here's his fastball for a called strike one, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Ready with the 1-2. Right side hit hard, and this is through into right field, so the tying runs aboard to kick off the inning.
Sometimes especially when you're down in the count. You just got to take whatever the pitcher gives you. He's not trying to muscle up on something, not even really trying to drive anything. He's just trying to make contact, put the ball in play, and good things wind up happening for him.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Gerard Dyson. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
Comes set, now the pitch. A pitch out, the throw, and just great defensive baseball there as they will nail him at second on the pitch out.
You know, some managers don't like to call for the pitch out right away, thinking if they guess wrong, it changes the whole at bat. But here, they had a good idea he'd be running, and turns out they were right.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Lifted the other way to left center. Thorne on the run. Into a slide as he makes a great basket catch.
Now the question is, did he get the glove under the ball? Let's ask show motion. And it looks like it did to me. It's pretty close, but I think that's a good catch.
Vinny Pistano will enter the ball game out of the pen as he'll look to get the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Here's Nori Aoki, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, as it heads to the corner. A fair ball. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
Yeah, no hesitation there as we train our camera directly on him. Once this gets down the line, he's thinking 2 right out of the box, and he's able to beat the throw into second and leg out a double.
So striding in, Eric Hosmer, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Here's a swing and a line drive, and he may have just tied the ball game. That's down for extra bases. The tying run is in to score from second. It's now a 5-5 ball game.
The left fielder, number 4.
What a clutch job of hitting right there as you drive that ball and get the run home to tie the ball game. Now you're standing on second base with a chance to take the lead, and look how fired up he is.
Alex Gordon will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. If he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And it's quickly 0-2. He got him, and the go-ahead run will be left stranded at second base. But the tying run comes across to score here as this one looks like it'll go to the wire. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. And we are all tied 5-5. ALCS Escobar will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 2.
David Robertson is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Number 30, David Robertson.
Into the box now, Jason Kipnis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Robertson's ready with the 1-1 pitch. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
To 2-2 now.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Now batting, catcher,
Desmond Seaver will step in. A ground out victim as last time. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Two and 0 now. The 2-0 pitch. Nope. 3-0. On deck, Carlos Santana. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting, third baseman,
Carlos Santana stands in, trying to change his evil ways here. Hitless in the ballgame so far.
Oh, I see what you did there, Matty. That's nice. No way you just came up with that on your own.
From the stretch. In there, strike 1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Pitch out. Nothing doing.
We're playing 11. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And there he goes towards second. Pitch outside. The throw. The tag's there by Escobar, and he's out at second base.
And the wheels were turning here. With one out, they decide to send the runner on 2-2, thinking we'll see a strike, but it didn't work out for him that time.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Santana will take the turn and head for second now. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a two-out double.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion. Check out the hand getting into good position. Quick start to rotate, and then whap. That's great extension all the way through the ball. That's the perfect swing right there.
And time will be called here as with the important go-ahead run at second base, they'll opt to go and get a little more speed out there. David Murphy will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the two-out double.
And this is really where you earn your money. Runner on second, 2 outs. Let's see what he can do here.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. There's the knuckle curve laid off, 1-1.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. A knuckle curve swung on and missed. 2-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 2-2 pitch. Belted high and deep into right center. Looking up is Dyson. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer here in the series, and they take a 7-5 lead.
And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right, because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
Will Brantley will come on here looking to get the final out in the home half of inning number 8.
Will Brantley. The shortstop, number 13.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Hit hard to short. Backhanded. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on one pitch, and the inning is over. Indians get a couple of runs here on the strength of this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Royals. It's now 7-5. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Trevor Plouffe is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 27. Trevor Plouffe.
So a save situation looming as they'll try and close this one out with the right-hander, John Axford. Salvador Perez will stand in to start off the ninth here with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
And here's where you don't need to be an RBI guy. You don't need to be a home run guy. You have to be a leadoff guy. Just get on base somehow to give that tying run on deck a shot.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Bourne giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Mike Moustakas will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Well, a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw on to first is going to take care of him as the Royals are now down to their last chance now.
Oh, pretty flashy with the leather right there. This is all the way over on the second base side of the bag. And if he decides to leave this one for the second baseman, forget about it. It's a base hit.
Justin Maxwell will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his second home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. Fastball in there for a called strike. Two out, nobody on. No. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And foul. A packed house. 43,515 on their feet in Cleveland. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Takes this the other way to right, but this is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one, as that ball was hit hard, but the ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know, this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 7-5. Good night from Cleveland.
Final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Cleveland Indians. 7 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. For Kansas City, 5 runs, 7 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. The winning pitcher is Vinny Pistano. The save goes to John Axford. The loss goes to David Robertson. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 29 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Progressive Field, 43,345. The Indians thank you for your continued support and remind you, please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.